Sometimes life gets hard, really, really hard, and it feels like there's no way out. But I've learned something that have kept me, something that keeps me going. That is that God is what? Enough. We serve a God that when you have him, you don't need any other thing. God is what? Enough. I want you to remember Moses. God told him, stretch out your rod. And when he did that, the Red Sea opened up like a door. Walls of water stood still, and God's people walked across on dry ground. That's not just a Bible story. That is not just a Bible story. That's the power of a God who does more than we can even imagine. That's the power of God who does more than what we can what even imagine. Someone once said that maybe the water was ankle deep. That's why they were able to pass. But well then, can that person still explain to me how did Pharaoh's army, a whole army, you know that armies are trained, soldiers are trained to swim and do other things. How did a whole army got drowned in an ankle deep water? If you think about that, that's even a very big miracle. But that's a lie. God made the water to stand still. The water froze, and when his people passed safely, he let the water to flow again because he is a God that is what? He's a God that is more than what? He's a God that is more than enough. He's a God that is more than enough. He's so much more than enough. Then came Joshua. If you've read the story of Joshua, Joshua was in the middle of a big fight. He was in the middle of a big fight, and the weather was getting dark, night was coming, and he prayed. Do you know what happened? God made the sun to stand still, and he did it. Daylight stayed until they won. There was day until they won. Because God listens, he doesn't just listen, God is powerful, and he's not just powerful. He is more than enough. He is more than what? Enough. Then came Elijah. Elijah stood on a mountain and he prayed, and fire literally fell from the sky. Not because he had magical powers, but because he had a big, 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 big God. He had a big God who is more than what? Enough. David's soldiers fought many battles, but they were never harmed. They weren't harmed, not because they were the strongest of all the soldiers in the world, but because they had a God that was always with them. He gave them extraordinary strength. He gave them extraordinary strength. Why? Because he is more than what? Enough.